Good morning, Kasturians, and welcome to video 2 of chapter 1 of history, the rise of nationalism in Europe. In today's video, we will see the Napoleonic Code or the Civil Code of 1804. So let's start. As we know that the French revolutionaries, they declared that their mission was to liberate the people of Europe from despotism. And here begins the Revolutionary Wars. With the outbreak of the Revolutionary Wars, the French armies, they started carrying the idea of nationalism abroad, and this led to the rise of Napoleon. Napoleonic Wars, they began in 1789 and they lasted for 15 years, and a new French Republic was born or formed. Napoleon introduced many reforms in the areas which he conquered. Napoleon introduced many administrative reforms or many reforms in the administrative field, which are also known as the Napoleonic Code or the Civil Code of 1804. According to this civil code, all the privileges enjoyed by the people based on their birth, they were taken away or they were removed. He made a more efficient administration. He introduced revolutionary principles and made more efficient and rational administration. Napoleon secured the right to property, that is, anyone who is capable to purchase can have the right to property. He simplified the administration and created divisions within the administration. The feudal system of dues, which was prevailing, that was totally abolished by Napoleon. And the peasants, they were declared free from serfdom and performing the manorial dues. In the towns also, Napoleon removed the guild restrictions. Guilds, that is the lobby or the association of workers or people engaged in the same profession or same work. So he removed the guild restrictions. Also, transport and communication system was improved, and the peasants, artisans, workers and new businessmen, they were now enjoying newfound freedom. Uniform laws and standardized system of weights and measures was introduced. This facilitated the movement of goods and capital from one region to another. Also, the most important, equality before the law was established. That is, no one will be above the law, everyone will be treated equal before law, which was not there in the earlier monarchical system. Although Napoleon introduced these reforms and he emerged as a reformer, but later on he also introduced certain strict decisions which made the people to turn hostile towards Napoleon and his army. In the areas which he conquered, the local populations, that is the French rule, as Napoleon was a French ruler, so the reaction of the local populations towards the French rule, they were mixed. In some places like in Holland, Switzerland and Brussels, Milan and Warsaw, the French armies, they were welcomed as the harbingers of liberty, that is, they are the armies which will bring liberty for them. But very soon all this enthusiasm and all this joy, it vanished when the new administrative arrangements which were introduced by Napoleon, they were not according to the people. Napoleon increased taxation, he imposed censorship, and also he started forced conscription. Now forced conscription means forced recruitment in army, that is, all the young people, they were bound to serve in the army for up to the age of 30 years, and that was forceful recruitment. So this forced conscription, imposition of censorship and increased taxation, it turned the view or outlook of people towards Napoleon and his armies, and they were now looked as the harbingers of dictatorship, not as harbingers of liberty. That's all we have in this video. In the next video we will see liberal nationalism and a new conservative order after the defeat of Napoleon in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. Thank you and have a nice day.